winning games, playing good football.
How inspired are you right now coming into the show, hearing your starting quarterback, Davis Mills, talking about the realistic expectations that he has going forward, baby. What is up, everybody? It is a Friday, gotta get down on Friday edition of the Paul Gallant Show on December 9th of 2022. I got to admit, I'm pretty pumped up after hearing the end of The Bench, a nice little D's Nuts joke to wrap up the show. I mean, Sean, there's so many things to get excited about this weekend, right? You got a lot.
I mean, walking in to the studio, you couldn't contain your excitement.
I couldn't. I dropped my computer on the floor. It's still working somehow. Credit to the piece of crap Surface Pros out there that actually last. Unlike the other computer I had, which did not survive me dropping it. I've had some issues when it comes to just walking with electronic devices. But, guys, you got the Cougs in Alabama. But that's an afterthought tomorrow at Fertitta Center. The first showdown since the arena opened between two top 10 teams. You got Army-Navy. Afterthought. Heisman Trophy presentation. Afterthought. Guys, we got a Texas showdown on our hands. And the man who you all believed, or at least some of you did, or at least a small percentage of you did, the Stanford quarterback who was promised, Davis Mills, he's feeling confident, even though he's been on the bench for the last 2 weeks.
I mean, it's great. When you have a lot of trust in your teammates and they have trust in you, that's what it takes to win football games. So, I mean, I'm still a very confident player. Didn't lose any confidence in these 2 weeks, so I'm excited to get out there on Sunday.
Well, he's saying he's confident. How do you guys fake confidence? What do? I know that one of my moves has been to put on sunglasses. Do the sunglasses help in any way, shape, or form? It does make you feel as if you're not going to be staring at anybody. And it does give you a weird sort of sense, sort of like in that movie Big Daddy, like that little kid. Makes you feel a little more anonymous, not so self-conscious. Maybe Davis Mills needs to put on some sunglasses. Maybe he needs to get himself a little shot of tequila before he goes out there. I just want a little more. It's a big weekend. It's the Texans. It's the Cowboys. And, Sean, I don't think you heard any confidence from Davis Mills there.
No, what are you talking about?
You did hear confidence.
He's going to play good football, hopefully.
Was that a
Win
quote?
some games, hopefully.
Oh, no. Is that? I don't think he said hopefully, did he?
Parenthetically, he said
See,
hopefully.
exactly. So you're sniffing through the lack of confidence there. Look, we know this isn't going anywhere. We know this is the Titanic. But you know what happened on the Titanic? People forget back in 1912 when that liner was going down, there were some confident people there. Performers. Do you remember the band who played on the Titanic as the ship went down, playing Nearer My God to Thee, totally not creeping out everybody who knew that they were about to either drown or freeze to death in the water? Those guys performed, and they were confident performing the whole way through until probably like the boat, broke in half, and some people were falling and they went straight down and they hit the propeller and went spinning. If you watch the movie, I'm sorry, that's kind of a funny part of the movie. It makes me a sick person. But look, they performed all the way through. Yes, this ship is sinking. It might already be underwater, but we need our captain, Davis Mills, to confidently go down with the ship, and I need a little more from him. What do you think we could do to help him feel a little bit more excited going into Sunday? What do you do to fake confidence? I know one of the things that I have learned to do, and I know you guys are all thinking, oh, here comes Paul, being as flamboyant as ever. Well, how could you not be flamboyant if you have musicals in your life? I have a playlist of musicals that I listen to from time to time. Some of that playlist includes a little song from The Sound of Music featuring Julie Andrews. Anyone heard that one before? This is what Davis Mills should be listening to right now.
I have confidence in confidence alone. Besides which you see, I have confidence in
See? She's about to go teach a bunch of Nazi children how to sing, how to dance. She's about to do it. She had some doubts, but she talked herself into it. Maybe you've watched the Book of Mormon. There's a song called I Believe, where a Mormon walks into a African warlord's camp and starts convincing himself that he's going to be able to convert all these folks to Mormonism. I need some of that from Davis Mills. In fact, if we had any confidence from Davis Mills, wouldn't this entire show be a lot more fun? I'm not talking about the Paul Gallant show. I mean, come on. It's the most entertaining show on the radio. It's the most interactive one as well. It's got the most handsome and talented host at ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. No questioning that. I'm talking about the Davis Mills experience. If there was just like a little bit extra with him, I feel like some people would maybe still be beating the drum of, well, it's Pep Hamilton's fault, or it's Lovie Smith's fault, or it's Brandon Cook's fault for quitting on the team, or it's Nico Collins' fault for not taking as big of a jump in year 2 as we would have liked, or it's Brevin Jordan's fault for never getting on the field, or it's O.J. Howard's fault. Is he still on the team? I don't even know. Or it's Jordan Aiken's fault for not being on the team at the start of the year. Blame who you want. But if Mills was just a little more confident, I think that we would be feeling it a little bit more. And I don't like the way that he carried himself at that press conference yesterday. Does that mean that I don't think the Texans can cover the 17.5-point spread? No, there are like 20,000 other reasons for that, given the fact that if you looked at their injury report, pretty much every good Texan is on it, including Cooks, Collins, Stingley, et cetera, et cetera. Troy Hairston. What are they going to do without him? You know, their fullback. I think a lot of people are probably like, who's that? The fullback that they decided to throw the ball to, going east-west instead of north-south on the goal line. Come on, guys. How do you not remember that? A great moment in that game between the Texans and Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns. Ugh. I think I'm talking myself out of any confidence I might have felt in the Houston Texans to cover a 17.5-point spread. But what do you do to feel confident? Could be the sunglasses inside. It could be singing to yourself, a couple of shots of liquor or something like that. Please let us know on the most interactive sports talk show in Houston.